Hey internets, it's Jake from Mini Terrain Domain, and this is Skymetal Iron Gods. This is Chapter 1, Fires of Creation, Part 18 in our Dungeons & Dragons 5e adventure, taking place every other Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern right here. Um, and we're in the thick of it. You'll see just how thick of it we're in when I throw things over to our dungeon master in just a couple moments. A couple quick announcements. First off, if you look up above my head right here, you'll see these glowing canisters. Those are our domain relics. Those are a way that you, the viewer, can have an impact on our game. They're the specific domain dice for this game, through a $5 tip, subscriptions, bits, 500 bits, renewing your subscription, gifting a sub, subscribing for the first time. All those things earn us domain relics that we can use. One domain die to roll with advantage, 3 domain dice to re-roll any die and take the new number, or 5 domain relics to make our dungeon master re-roll. But we can only do that with your help. We have, in addition to this stream every other Tuesday, we hope that you'll join us on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for Welcome to Paradise Academy, our Kids on Bikes campaign. You can find myself there running the game along with M and several other amazing players, as I take them on some wacky hijinks through ostensibly 1985 in a fictitious town of Paradise, Michigan. But let's be honest, they've been to 1985, 1950 something, 1885, 1975. They've been on the sinking Edmund Fitzgerald. They've traveled through time multiple times. And they even got crowned homecoming king and queen. So there's all kinds of things going on in that game. You'll want to stop by and check that out. Of course, all of our games you can check out on youtube.com/mini terrain domain, where we put all of our VODs. On Monday nights, we've been kind of off and on again due to illness, injury, and other things, but we are in the final stages of Scribes and Scrolls. That game, we recently had our 100th episode, and we have somewhere between 3 and 5 episodes left, probably closer to 3. But stay tuned. That will be returning on Monday nights as we wrap up that campaign. But rest assured, we have a new Pathfinder 2E campaign coming later in the summer in that time slot. As for this game and many of our games, we like to remind you, as a sort of a content warning, we are adults portraying fictitious characters in fantastic settings. You may hear graphic depictions of violence, intense dramatic roleplay, adult language, sensitive topics, including but not limited to divorce, bullying, alcohol and substance use and abuse, and more. There seems to be less divorce and bullying in this game, but definitely in some of the other games. But yeah, if those are things that that don't appeal to you, we encourage you to take care of yourself, and leave the stream. Come back when you're feeling like you're up to it, or if that's not your thing, find any one of many other shows to check out. But on that note, we want to make sure that you realize that everybody knows that we have safety tools in place. We use safety tools here at MTD for all of our games. All of the players have participated in a session 0 where specific lines and veils have been established. The safety tools that we use to keep each other safe are a traffic light system along with an RPG consent checklist, and establishing those lines and veils, as we said. We encourage you to do the same with your games. Have your session zeros, establish your lines and veils, put safety tools in place. If you're not sure what that is, or if you want to see what kind of safety tools are available, there's a link that I've just put in the chat, bit.ly/TTRPG Safety Toolkit. Check that out. Great resources, as well as some of the things that I have already mentioned. The last thing I want to mention before I turn things over and we get this show started is just a reminder that you matter. Your presence on this earth makes a difference. Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. It's true. There can be any number of reasons that you might be struggling. Maybe you know somebody else who's struggling. Maybe you just want somebody to talk to. And you're not sure how to get started or where to go. We made it easy. All you got to do is type !help, as I've done in the chat. That will bring up a couple of URLs. Findahelpline.com, or you can check out the growing list of resources at takethis.org. We encourage you to check out those websites, bookmark them, save them for yourself, save them for a friend, and remember, you matter. With that, I will turn things over now to our incredible Dungeon Master, Vi.
Thanks, Jake. Last time we played Skymetal, the four of you had been building back up your resolve down the lower floor of this strange complex below the town of Torch. Licking your wounds after a difficult fight, you made your way back up again, ready for a final showdown. You're ambushed of sorts, getting out of that elevator, surrounded on all sides by rope fists, orcs with massive robot parts as weapons, a trio of ratfolk hiding behind crates to the north, peppering you with crossbow bolts. You eventually carved your way through this ambush. You cut them down, demanding answers from them as they surrendered. You learned of them being hired to guard this place, hired by a certain character named the Lord of Rust, Mayenda. She is an enigmatic figure that not many of the minions of hers know really what she's up to. But you steeled yourself, continuing forward. Yrsimagor especially so, recognizing the name Lord of Rust. And as you steeled your way forward, investigating the various side rooms along the way, collecting and scavenging for new trinkets and odds and ends, you entered what appears to be the final chamber. Swishing it open, you see standing before you a massive platform. Atop it is this great machine bedecked with these windows that are pulsing with this violet light that punches through them. A tall cylinder that towers through the ceiling, going up into who knows what kind of heights from here. There is a figure dominating this platform. She is domineering. She is pulsating with this purple circuitry along her skin, her dark violet hair. She wields a pistol that is wreathed in flame and plasma. She levels it at your faces as you enter the chamber. You can see and hear her buzzing drone that flies, hovering beside her. And behind you, a gargoyle has lunged down from the rafters, catching all of you off guard. She levels her gun to the four of you and says, you are the group that have caused me so much headache. It will be good and pleasurable to take you all down. By Hellion, I will kill you all. And that is where we're entering combat. The buzzing, flying robot hovers midair as it swerves to the side, angling it straight at you, Yrsimagor. And from the bottom of its hull, this pair of almost like the barrels of a gun pop out, and two small needles and cords shoot out from them to try to strike at you, Yrsimagor. That's going to be 2 hits against you. It's going to be a 14 and a 20.
I'm able to dodge the 14, that first attack, but the second one is going to hit.
You imagine you get caught off guard. This needle on a string pierces your skin. You feel nothing by it, as if the attack did nothing. And then instantaneously, a current passes through it. You see the lightning arcing through the cord itself as you get tasered by this drone. You are going to be taking some lightning damage. You take 11 points of lightning damage as it surges through your body. The gargoyle that has swept down from the rafters, swooping down, claws outstretched, swipes at you, Zaari. A claw, and a ram with the horns before it flies past you. It's going to be 3 attacks against you.
Great.
It's going to be a 24 to hit, a 6 to hit, and a 10 to hit.
No. So that 24 will hit.
That's going to be one of the claws lands, raking you for 7 points of slashing damage. As the gargoyle finishes its movement over here. Daeralei, it is your turn. You saw this gargoyle swoop out, but here's your moment to act. What do you want to do?
So from my vantage point, like, is that a wall that goes all the way up, or can I still get a sight line to the gargoyle?
This is a balcony, like a little like balcony railing. You are able to see the gargoyle for sure. It is tall and it is domineering. You can see like the top half of it for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm going to I think I've got line of sight of the Lord of Rust. So we're going to aim against her, and we're going to shoot out my Eldritch Blast twice because I'm amazing now, and this dark matter is going to release from my hands, and the first is a 13.
13 is not good enough.
How about...
She swats it aside.
How about even better, a 12?
That she sidesteps easily, proficiently. She is unharmed by your Eldritch Blast.
I think as a move, I'm going to go over here and get out of her line of sight.
All right. Zaari, it is your turn.
Hooray. I feel like she just got whacked upside the head by this gargoyle as he ran by. And so I think she is going to try and go for that so it doesn't sneak up on Yrsimagor for the time being. He has Veris with him, so he should be okay. So I am going to whack this guy twice. I have 2 attacks now. I'm so excited. Oh, but that's a natty 1, so that's a whole 8.
8 will miss.
And that's going to be a whole 12.
Both of those attacks are ineffective against this creature's stony hide. Not made of flesh, not made of, not like clad in leather armor, but this creature, this gargoyle, is made of literal stone. And you can see as you try to strike at this gargoyle that patches of his stone body have been like surgically replaced with Skymetal panels to even reinforce his hide further.
Ooh.
And that will bring us to the Lord of Rust, Mayenda herself. She outstretches her hands and she says, "Ha! Your flesh is weak. See how the mind twists and crumbles," as she casts confusion on the group of you. She's going to try and get a 10-foot circle. Was it 10-foot radius or 10-foot circle? 10-foot radius. So that's okay. That's a 20-foot circle. 5, 10. Okay, so how many can she get? Zaari, Veris, and Yrsimagor. Please roll for me. Wisdom saving throws.
Let's see. What's my wisdom? Nope, I don't know where that just typed.
Sorry, is this against magic?
This is a spell, yes.
Oh, I get advantage,
Ooh.
which is great because I rolled a 4. Nice. 17.
Very nice.
All right,
I rolled a
so-
9.
So, Yrsimagor and Zaari, immediately the world bends from your perspective. You are no longer here beneath the earth. You're somewhere else. The ground swirls like mist. Your companions' faces blur away to a mishmash of the thousands upon thousands of memories you've ever had in your lifetime. You're for a moment you're standing next to your best friend in your life. The other, you're facing down against the worst foe you've ever faced. Both of you are going to be under the effect of the confusion spell, which means that at the beginning of your turns, you roll a d10 and tell me what happens, and that determines the outcome of your turn. Veris, you're able to quickly brush aside this mind-altering magic, but you see your two companions getting lost in the magic as their eyes almost like glaze over with this like purple static residue that glows over their eyes. And as a bonus action, she whips out that pistol and shoots it at you, Veris, seeing that you survived you resisted the confusion spell. So she shoots a shot of her Inferno pistol, getting a 22 to hit you.
Yeah.
So she's going to deal to you 3 points of fire damage from a grazing shot of plasma. But as it does so, the fire burns hotter than you imagine it even to, and it's going to do additional 2 psychic damage as she augments the pain you feel with her own psychic energy. But that means she is now concentrating on the confusion. Okay. Yrsimagor, roll me a d10, please, for your turn.
I rolled a 7.
The creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach. If there is no creature within reach, you do nothing this turn. So, is Zaari in your reach? Not really. Veris, so from your perspective, Jake, tell me what is this small foe that you're trying to dispatch right now? What is it that you're facing?
Given the way you sort of set up this confusion, we're no longer underground, we're above ground, we're with friends, perhaps. I imagine that in Yrsimagor's mind, he and Zaari are in the woods hunting some predator type creature, and suddenly coming around a tree, seeing one of these creatures, probably some kind of I'm picturing almost something that would be Veris-sized, probably some kind of a wolf or something like that, seeing it quite suddenly, just reaching out. I'll make an unarmed attack, but I'm flavoring it that I just reach out, grab this thing, and throw it to the ground.
Veris, you are caught by surprise as this is what Yrsimagor does to you, grabbing you, slamming you to the ground. So you make a single attack against Veris here.
So
You would hear
that's
a very tiny squeak from Veris.
That is, let's see, my unarmed strike is +7, so that's a 16 to hit Veris.
Yeah.
16 hits. And my unarmed strikes just do 5.
Just 5, he says.
I haven't raged yet, so I don't have my claws out.
Great.
So that is the end of your turn, Yrsimagor. You can make me a wisdom saving throw to snap out of this confusion.
It's an 8.
Okay. The phantasms persist as they shift again to some other scene that you're in now. Veris, it is your turn. Your companion Yrsimagor is pummeling you, fighting you back as if you're some feral beast. He rages out some exclamation like back foul beast or whatever an Yrsimagor would say as he's being attacked by a wolf. What do you want to do, Veris?
Yeah, so I think that Veris, I think with his understanding of magic, knows that Yrsimagor and Zaari are under a spell. And so he, while yelling at Yrsimagor to, old friend, please, just snap out of it. We have more important things to do than you trying to kill me, he says, as he, I said stop, is what he says, and he is going to cast Shatter, like right here.
To try and get both of them?
Yes.
Awesome.
So they have to make a con saving throw.
Okay. Wow, they both rolled 19s on the die.
Also, a creature made of inorganic matter
Ooh.
has disadvantage on the saving throw.
They both are made of inorganic. Is it completely inorganic or just any?
It just says inorganic material such as stone, crystal, or metal.
Well, they both are inorganic, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
have them both reroll. Okay, so the drone gets a total of 23 on the save. Mayenda, she gets 12 on the save.
Okay, so she fails, but the robot will still take half damage.
Okay.
So that's going to be 18 points of thunder damage for Manda, and half that for the drone, and Manda has to make a concentration save.
Yep, she rolls a natural 20 on her con save for concentration.
Ooh. Does Veris, if he tries to get away, does he invoke an opportunity attack from Yrsimagor?
No, you wouldn't.
Okay. Veris is going to try to get away.
No,
So
I think you specifically can't take reactions when you're confused.
Yeah, you cannot take reactions when you're confused. Yep.
Veris is gonna scamper over this away. No, maybe over here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any bonus actions from you?
Who isn't confused, Daeralei?
Yep, Daeralei is your only unconfused, yeah.
Daeralei, our companions need a little bit of help. I'm not sure if you can lend a hand, but it would be very much appreciated if you could do something, he says, as he's going to cast Bardic Inspiration.
The drone flies up to your Yrsimagor and it keeps the tether of the taser intact and tries to shoot another bolt of lightning through you, only getting a 9 to hit. So you're able to, I imagine at some point, it like the little like cord and nub have like been ripped out in your various like thrashings, fighting off the illusory animals. But it comes in and attacks you with a little buzzsaw to slice into your flesh. That's going to be a 10 to hit. It seems that you are too unpredictable right now for it to attack you properly. It is now the gargoyle who, seeing Zaari unable to really focus on him as a creature, will do a full multi-attack against you, Zaari. A slash, and then a tail whip around. So that's going to be a 16, a 13, and a 20.
The 20 would hit.
Okay, so that's going to be the tail whip. He lashes you with a whip-like action of his tail, dealing you 7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Daeralei, it is your turn.
I am going to step out, and as long as I'm still in range, I'm going to blast Amanda again. I'm going to try.
Okay.
The Bardic Inspiration, that gives me, what is it now? Is it still a D6 or is...
It's a D6 that you can spend on an attack roll to boost it.
Okay, we might need that. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. That's a natty 1, so we're not going to even waste it on that one. Second blast. Oh, that's another nat 1.
Fire those dice, Kaeryn.
It's the digital dice roll.
You got a fire dice, I guess.
Oh my goodness, that was absolutely embarrassing. I think Daeralei's like taking to heart the words that Veris says about, do anything, please, just anything, and fumbling it terribly bad. And with that, I think I'll step back.
Okay. Zaari, roll for me a D10, please.
Alrighty, let's do this. It's a 9.
A 9. For a brief moment, clarity spins back into motion as you feel the sting of that lashing tail kind of knock you back and winding you. You get a brief moment of remembering where you are, what's happening. You can act and move normally on this turn.
Okay. So I can take my action then.
Mm-hmm.
Coolsies. In this brief moment of clarity that Zaari has, and she kind of focuses on this creature made of stone, her sword just instantly comes up, and she is going to try and hit him. If the digital dice fail me again, I'm gonna run to my car and go get my physical dice. It's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Yay! We'll just do one-handed for that one. So, 13 for my first attack.
And tell me, what is your weapon? What is it made of?
It is the Moon Touch Longsword, is what I'm using.
Okay.
So it's slashing.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be resisted down to... Oops.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then... Was it an action for her to kind of come to this clarity, or no?
No. It's just beginning of
Okay.
your turn is how...
Okay.
Yeah, this happened at the beginning of your turn just to see what you can do on the turn.
Okay. Then she's going to try and hit him again.
Mhm.
That's a 16.
That hits as well.
Coolsies. For 8.
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
then yeah. I don't really have any bonus actiony things that I want to do. So that's it. I can do my wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yep. At the end of turn, you do a wisdom saving throw.
That would be a 23.
All right. It seems that the brief moment of clarity is not brief. You have snapped out of it completely and are no longer confused. You see the handiwork of your attacks with your sword. The amount of damage you inflicted is not nearly as much as you thought it would be. It seems that this creature resists your attacks. That brings us to Mienda herself. She sees that the confusion spell is beginning to wear off a little bit. As she calls down, beckoning her lord Hellion, smite these, smite them all, as she casts Flame Strike upon the party. How big is Flame Strike? It is another 10-foot radius circle. So she can get Zaari and Yrsimagor with the two of you. So both of you, please, make a dexterity saving throw.
This is something I can see, so I get advantage, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see. What's my dex? That's a 16.
Okay, that is going to be, I believe, a pass. Yes, that is a pass. And you got a 20. Okay, so you both passed, which means you can take half the damage. Okay, so you're going to be taking 5 points of fire and 7 points of radiant damage as you get smote by this. It's almost like this irradiated flame comes down, burning this hole, leaving almost like a crater in scorch marks on the Skymetal floor beneath your feet. And she's going to, let's see, can she ever see Daeralei down here? If I go here, yeah, she sees that you duck down there. She's gonna kind of skirt around here, and then fire her Inferno pistol at you, Daeralei, trying to snipe you from way down there. You're gonna have cover from this though, so you can have 2 AC higher than normal. Well, she rolls a total of 8, so I imagine it catches on the railing of the balcony instead of firing through one of the slats in it.
Causing me to duck behind it.
Mm-hmm. And that is her turn. Yrsimagor, roll me a d10, please.
That's a 6.
You cannot move nor take actions this turn, as I imagine you are surrounded. You are frozen in place. You are waiting. You are afraid of something that can hear you, stalking you. You're somewhere else right now. What is it that is hunting you down? What are you hiding from in this moment?
I think kind of shifting from that first scene where it was Zaari and I hunting, and now that Zari's no longer in this delusion, it shifted to when Yrsimagor is a young orc, barely 13, hunting with his father, and the creature, an adult one of these creatures that the party has been hunting, the adults are ahead, and one of these creatures is emerging from between the adults and where Yrsimagor is, and is stalking him, and he is frozen with fear.
Right. You can roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Let's make this be good. That is a 4.
You persist locked in this delusion as your mind continues to race and reel, and smoke swirls around you, and you're transported to yet another memory, half memory, half delusion. Veris, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay. How is everyone doing for health?
Not great.
Okay. Veris is gonna run then towards Zaari. And you feel like a little like tap on your like calf or your foot as he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on you. He's gonna. Whoop.
Thank you.
That
She's
close,
just gonna kind of look down.
that close proximity, you would
oh.
probably notice that Yrsimagor is getting bloodied.
I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel
That's
like
gotta be worth something.
it has to be worth something, right?
I feel like a
That's
full
10.
house
Should double it.
needs something good.
Yeah. 10 points of healing
Thank you.
for you. And then that's pretty much all he can do. He is a support character. So he is going to then how far was this? So then yeah, he's gonna duck back 10 feet here. Just so that he's out of the fray. That's his turn.
Mm-hmm. Any no bonus actions? Okay. That brings us to the drone once more. We'll continue to saw at you with this buzzsaw and grab onto these little grabber claws. Yrsimagor. It's going to be two grabbers, and a buzzsaw. It's going to be a 9 to hit, 23 to hit, and a 10 to hit.
Just that 23.
Yeah, so it's going to be one of the grabbers pinches that part of you, kind of like ripping at your armor and digging into your flesh a little bit. It's going to be 4 points of piercing damage. It is the gargoyle's turn, kind of chuckling at your sword, harmlessly glancing off of his Skymetal hide. He tries to lunge at you once more, ramming you with his horns and savaging you with 2 more claw attacks. Sorry. So it's going to be a 23 on the horns, and then 9 and 20 on the claws.
So one of the claws and the horns will.
Okay, so
get hurt.
horns is 8 damage, and the claw is 5 damage for 13 damage total.
Cool.
Daeralei, it is your turn.
Do I look like I've got a good shot at Amanda now that she's moved over there? Like, because she's above.
Absolutely.
me.
Yep. You had a clear shot on her, or she has like a clear shot on you, and you have a clear shot on her.
Okay. I'm going to try. 3rd time's the charm, right? Let's try again. Okay. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits her.
Yes. For 12 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then second one. It's a 22. Sorry, I can't do math.
Yeah, that hits.
22. For another 8 points. You know what? I forgot to do the. I'd like to use my. I forgot I had this ability. I'd like to use it if I can. The what is it? The feature trait of. Where is it? I think it's the Stargazer one. Yes. I will take 3 points of damage to add 3 points on each of those hits.
Okay, so you take 6 and or whatever. Oh no, you take 3. She takes 6. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, and then, do I think that there's this little wall? Oops, that little wall thing in front of me. If I back myself into that corner, that she would not be able to shoot at me.
Back in like here.
No, into the right by Zaari in that corner. I've got the wrong thing.
Oh, if you're able to like get past this gargoyle, maybe.
Right in here.
Oh, in here. Yeah, you probably squeeze. You put your back to the balcony here.
Yeah,
you can be
would it
hidden.
hidden from her? That would be lovely.
Yep.
Okay, so that is what I will do.
Mayenda reels back from these two massive, staggering eldritch blasts as she breaks her concentration on the confusion spell. Yrsimagor, as the scenery shifts for you to some other memory delusion, it quickly vanishes like smoke. You hear, it's probably like, you probably hear the sounds of your companions like, Yrsimagor, come back to us! And all of a sudden, you're back in the fray. Your body is peppered with scorch marks and saw bite wounds, flame singes from the flame strike earlier. But you now have full cogency during your turn. Sorry, it is your turn.
Well, let's see. She is going to sheath her moon sword and pull out her short sword. It's a short sword +1. I can't remember if we said that was something special or not. I looked all over and can't find if we said it was special or not.
It was a +1 short sword.
Yeah.
I'll try to find where it came from.
Okay. But giving her a little bit more freedom of movement, she pulls that out and goes to hit him with it.
Okay.
Let's see how that does. That's a 12. I'm fairly certain that doesn't hit.
That does not hit.
Too much movement. That's a 21.
21 does hit.
For 9 damage.
It's going to be resisted.
And then let me see. That is. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, it was just a normal +1 short sword. You found it back, back in the caves in the beginning.
Okay. Oh dang! I should have. Can I? I forgot to add it. Can I do my divine smite with that second attack?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Sweet. So she is going to expend 1 spell slot, and we are gonna roll that 2d8. So for an extra 8 damage.
This is unresisted, so it's going to take the full 8.
And then that's my turn.
Okay. It is Mayenda's turn once again, and she sees that the confusion is finally worn off. She sees that Zaari's been doing a bunch of damage to her minion Gargoyle, so she's going to cast a spell upon you, Zaari. As she conjures forward from her hand a crack of lightning, of static energy that, when it connects with you, enfeebles you. If I can spell it right. There we go. As she casts Ray of Enfeeblement upon you. You're gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, great. Oh.
As she uses electric radiation to. Okay, you resist it completely, and she's unable to cause your spinal cord to disconnect from your muscles for a momentary time. And she's going to take another shot. Unable to see Daeralei, she scoffs and she'll move up here and take a shot at Yrsimagor, seeing that Yrsimagor is now normal and stuff. It's gonna be 11 to hit you, which is not gonna hit. There's another plasma bolt goes wide, hitting the wall next to Yrsimagor. And that brings us to your turn, Yrsimagor. What would you like to
Finally,
do?
as the dazed look of confusion falls away from Yrsimagor's face and his eyes clear up, the only one really who can see Yrsimagor's face is this Meanda. And if she's looking at him, she probably sees as 2 points of firelight ignite in his eyes. He lets out this bestial roar, just momentarily his face taking on this ursine appearance as his hands fully turn into bear claws. I am raging as a bonus action. I am attacking recklessly. And because I have 2 attacks, and once with my bear claws, I can take an extra attack action, or an extra attack. Let me just make sure. Yep. 1 additional claw attack. So I'm attacking this thing 3 times, all with advantage.
Yep.
Okay, the dice got stuck in the tower. Hold on. Let me try that again. That is a natural 20 for the first one.
Get a crit.
That is a 26 for the
That's another
second
hit.
one.
It's a crit and a hit.
And a 13 for the third one.
Okay, so that's gonna be a miss. So you get a critical hit and a normal hit.
So let's see. So that's 1d6 plus. Oh, and it's a robot, correct?
It is a robot, yes.
So I do an extra 3 damage to it. So let's see. The max for the claw for the crit is 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 2 for raging is 12 plus 3 for it being a robot is 15. Then I rolled a d6. 16 on the crit. And then the second hit is 5 plus 4 is 9, plus an additional 5 for strength and robot. Makes that another 14 points.
All right, with that second attack, you're able to rip and tear at this drone enough to rip off a lot of its chassis and hull, making the third attack actually a hit, not a miss, by reducing its AC enough to be able to hit it once more.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So you get 1 more damage in.
So that 1 more damage would be 7, 12.
Awesome. Yeah, you rip this thing to near shreds with a single turn.
I just imagine grabbing at each of these appendages and trying to rip them off, and then just taking one of them and slamming it with its own robot arm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this robot now has a severely reduced AC now that its hit points are below half.
Nice.
That was their Yrsimagor, are you doing any movement, or are you just standing there ripping and tearing?
No, I kind of like where I'm standing between the party, and I'm not fully blocking the door, but I'm liking where I'm at right now.
All right. Veris, it is your turn.
Veris is going to go to the door here, so that you can see Manda, and is going to. You see what you've done now? Your little tricks won't work anymore. We have our Yrsimagor back, he says, and he wants to do vicious mockery on her.
Okay. What kind of saving throw is that?
Wisdom.
Okay, she gets a 17.
Okay. that didn't work. So Veris is going to just slink back away. He said what he needed to say. Now he's hiding behind Yrsimagor.
Awesome. The robot now reeling from the attacks. Its sensors are all in disarray, and it'll shoot out the tasers kind of pseudo randomly. One of them attacking Veris and one of them attacking Yrsimagor. They're both at disadvantage because it's in melee. But you recklessly attacked Jake, so it's going to cancel that out to be a normal attack against you. That's going to be a 17 to hit you. And then against Veris, it's going to be a 9 to hit you.
17 hits.
So Yrsimagor, you get hit by the taser, you get dealt another 6 points of lightning damage. As lightning courses through you and zaps you. But Veris is able to duck out of the way as the stray taser cord launches over your head. It is now the gargoyle's turn. Seeing Zaari weakened at low hit points, going to try and finish you off here with a raking claw. It's going to be a natural 20.
Oh, yep.
Critical hit.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Listen, we already know it's going to take Zaari right out.
So that's a minimum die roll of 14 slashing damage.
Yep. She's gone. She's unconscious.
Okay. Knocking Zaari out, the gargoyle is going to leap over the balcony and land in a heavy thud next to you, Daeralei, finishing this momentum with another claw and a slam attack against you. So that's going to be a 18 to hit and a 7 to hit. So the claw hits you, dealing 8 points of slashing damage to you, as it uses its great weight to crush you underneath its claw.
I would like them then to make a dexterity saving throw, please. DC 15.
It gets a total of 8, so fails.
Okay, so they are now going to take 4d10 fire damage.
Holy shit.
That's a lot of ones, though. 9, 10, 11 points of fire damage. Plus 3 because I still have that thing up, so plus 3 psychic, so and that is what happens as the hellish rebuke goes off.
And now Daeralei, it is your turn as you've rebuked this gargoyle with your hellish dark energy magic. What do you want to do?
Now that they are, I'm assuming, right within reach. They're not like too
Yeah,
high
absolutely.
up. Yeah.
No.
So we're now in melee. So luckily,
There was this this table thing down at the lower level. It like landed on the table, kind of smashing and buckling it underneath its weight, kind of knocking you back. I think you're actually probably pretty pinned here in the corner.
So good thing I've got my packed weapon, and I am going to attack it twice now because I have Thirsting Blade. I believe is the thing it's called. Let me just read that real quick. Yes, twice whenever I attack the thing. Okay, so first hit. We're going to add that bardic inspiration on it. That makes it a dirty 20.
That hits.
Okay. I'll just roll the second one while I add it. That is a 23.
That is also another hit.
Okay, so not casting a spell, so we don't do that other thing. That will be 8 points on the first one. This counts as magical.
What kind of damage is it though? Just piercing or slashing?
It is piercing, but it's magical piercing.
Yep.
And so the first one was 8, and the second one is.
Okay, so that's going to be resisted to be 6 damage.
And we're not moving anywhere.
All right. Zaari, it is your turn. Make me a death saving throw, please.
Let's see. That's a 2.
You inch closer to death.
Actually, it's a 3, but still 2.
The light fades from your eyes. It is Mayenda's turn now. She sees that Veris is hiding behind Yrsimagor. Zaari has fallen. And Yrsimagor is the threat number one right here. She conjures forth some hologram projections, dazzling and confusing the cornea and cones of your eyes. Both of you, please, Veris and Yrsimagor, make me wisdom saving throws. And she casts Hypnotic Pattern on the two of you.
What roll?
Wisdom.
I am going to take advantage of the domain relic that Carrie just gave us.
Do it.
And I'm going to use one to roll with advantage.
I roll with advantage too because it's a magical thing.
They keep getting stuck in the dice tower.
15.
It's either a 9 or a 14.
Okay, both of you succeed at resisting the Hypnotic Pattern. She
Thanks, Carrie.
curses. She curses in a language that probably none of you understand, and fires from the hip another blast from her Inferno pistol, shooting plasma at you, Yrsimagor.
With advantage.
With advantage, so that's going to be 12 plus 4, 16 to hit.
Gonna miss.
Ooh.
I imagine coming out from all these effects from her, and since that is a near miss, just doing one of those things where Yrsimagor just kind of goes, just barely dodges out of the way of this shot.
So you said it was a near miss, huh?
Well, it was a 16. I had a 17.
Okay, her body surges with purple light as she adds 3 to her roll to make it hit. She glows with this like unactivated potential to make it a 19 instead.
Using that same flavor, I dodge out of the way, and I imagine it, whatever this thing is like almost like a burst.
Mm-hmm.
Veris wants to use his reaction to add inspiration die to subtract
Okay.
from it. So that's a D8. Let me read this here.
Your bardic inspiration dice are d8s now?
Yeah. Yeah, they're D8s now.
Roll a 3 or greater.
Yeah,
So
so
then-
roll me a d8, let me know what you get.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, never mind.
So
You
Veris,
counter
so
her.
can I? Yeah,
Okay,
Veris.
go ahead.
So Veris sees this thing coming, this bullet, almost in slow mo, and he very quickly, or like sees her aiming, sees it's going for Yrsimagor, and is going to just bite Yrsimagor's ankle so that he like shifts out of the way.
That involuntary
Mhm. Yeah, you saw it happen. So Amanda like tried to go for the shot, and like as she was pulling the trigger, her body, like her arm, pulsed with like the circuitry in her arm, pulsed with this purple light. Her arm like slightly shifts position, almost like reflexively to make it be a shot that would hit and almost do lethal damage to Yrsimagor. But you're able to bite Yrsimagor on the foot, causing him to duck almost comically as this like near bullseye plasma bolt goes right through where Yrsimagor's head would have been seconds ago and lands somewhere on the back wall, causing some paneling and electronics to burst and catch flame from her fire pistol. Yrsimagor, it is your turn. You have brushed aside both her magical effect on you and a near lethal shot on your head. What do you want to do?
Well, given my hatred of robots, and there's a robot still in front of me, we're gonna do the same thing. 3 attacks. Reckless. First one against this robot, hopefully taking it down. That's a 16, 23, 24.
A hit.
A hit.
Okay.
So that will do 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 2 is 9 plus 3 is 12.
deletes the robot with a single strike. It explodes and rips and tears.
Just swat this thing out of the air with one of my bear claws, and with a roar, charge at me and to do these last 2 attacks against her.
Yeah, as you strike it, it goes like and crashes like into the wall.
Nice. Still attacking recklessly, rushing right up to her. Right up.
Are you able to get up onto the platform? So this right here is a 10-foot balcony, like platform.
Okay.
So you have to climb one.
Well,
of these
I have enough
to get
movement.
there. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, so you can get up there, hook around.
I now have 40 feet of movement.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, I'm charging at her. The first attack is going to be either a 24. It's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
The second attack is either a 11 or a 16.
16 misses.
Okay.
You bite into part of her armor, and the armor seems super resilient, almost like the metal in her armor like shifts to react to the impact of your blow to stop it from hurting her.
Is she a robot?
She is not
Okay.
a robot, no.
Oh, max. So that's going to be 6 plus 4 is 10, plus the 2 for the rage is 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything I can do for a bonus action. Nope, that's it.
At the end of your turn, she uses her reaction, reaching quickly to some kind of like small needle-like device, something that if Daeralei saw it, she would recognize it, but she's busy fighting somewhere else. She jabs it into her thigh, injecting herself with some kind of serum, healing herself. Veris, it is your turn.
How far down is Daeralei?
It is a 10-foot distance. From like this balcony is 10 feet down.
Can Veris? Okay, hear me out. So Veris is gonna go the 13 feet to Daeralei. He knows that the healing potion.
I've got a pouch with them, so you can just grab the pouch if you want.
Yeah, can he just like hop down on Daeralei?
Yeah. Hop down on Daeralei, scrabble down her back, grab the pouch.
Yeah.
But the issue will be getting back up, I think.
Yeah, he wants to try and leap back up if he can.
That'll be an athletics or acrobatics for you then to do all of this in a movement.
Let's try it.
If you fail this, you'll be stuck down there with Daeralei and the gargoyle.
Okay. I'm gonna use 1. It's 1 to roll with advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. Dirty 20.
Nice.
All right, yeah, you're able to hop down, grab it, and like jump and like grab with your little mouse hands and pull yourself back up
I imagine
through the gaps in the railing.
I imagine he has the bag, like he's put it in his like little rat teeth, and he's like jumped up, and you see in like slow motion as like the bag is like flying behind him, almost as big as he is, as he jumps up onto the railing. I feel like Veris is getting smaller every time I describe him.
Veris is actual rat-sized.
Yeah. For some reason, that's how I picture him. It's just like maybe calf height.
The pouch you took has 2 healing potions in it.
Cool.
Sweet. So that'll be your movement to do all this, which means you still have your action. If you want to give Zaari a healing potion.
Yes, yeah. Wants to give.
Okay. So that's going to be 2d4 plus 2, I believe, unless they're better than normal healing potions.
They're whatever Conir had. They're the
whatever
2 from Conir.
Conir had. Ooh. These are Conir's potions.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't like how that sounded.
Okay, yeah, these are normal ones. Yep.
Okay.
2d4
Do
plus
I
2.
roll?
Yes, you do.
2d4 plus
Mhm.
2. 7.
Zaari regains consciousness, prone but alive, with 7 hit points. And
I'm
that
very
is Veris'
out of
turn.
breath, Veris.
The gargoyle continues his assault upon Daeralei, bite upon you, Daeralei. It's going to be a 21 to hit, a 14 to hit, and a 6 to hit. That's going to be 2 hits.
Sorry, you're hitting me. How dare? So I wasn't really very good. I'm like, nobody's hitting me. Sorry, what was the numbers again?
23, 14, and 6.
They all. Oh, the 6 does not hit, but the others do.
There'll be 2 claws that hit you, dealing 8 damage apiece for a total of 16 damage. And Daeralei, it is your turn down there.
Oh, he has to make another one of those saving throws when he hits me. What is it? Sorry. I think it's Dex. Yeah, Dexterity saving throw DC 15 as he hits me with his claw.
Getting a total of 9.
That is not enough, so he's going to take some more fire damage. This time there's a lot higher. So that's 23
Holy
fire
shit.
damage. He should stop hitting me.
The gargoyle is now officially bloodied, as you can see cracks beginning to form in the stony hide, and actual, meat and blood are beginning to form.
Perfect. I'm
to
going to
be
press.
exposed.
I'm going to press the attack, and I'm going to attack him with my dark matter rapier. Oh, that's a 10, so I don't think that's going to hit.
Nope.
How about a 13?
Nope.
Yeah, this being pinned in the corner thing is not working so much for me. Can I move 5 feet, or is that going to attack of opportunity?
No, you can move. You can do like a 5-foot step to the
Yeah,
left. With it.
I want you to get out of this corner because that maybe I'll have better luck.
Yeah, you can get as far as about right here. You can get about as far as here without taking an attack against him. All right.
Perfect. That is my turn.
Zaari, you are prone but unconscious. What do you want to do?
Oh, well, after being in La La Land and having Veris just chug a healing potion down her throat, I imagine she wakes up kind of coughing and she looks at Veris and kind of like very weakly pats him on the head before she uses half of her movement to stand up. And this is not gonna be fun. Yeah, this is very much gonna be at like disadvantage. She's gonna take the spear that she has. It's gonna be a disadvantage because he's so close. She's just gonna kind of.
You don't have to throw the spear,
So the gargoyle is like 10 feet down, so so it's not too far away for disadvantage. Sorry,
Okay.
it's not too close for disadvantage. I should say.
Okay.
You want to lob the spear.
Yeah, we're gonna lob the spear.
It'll be a normal attack roll then.
Okay. We're gonna lob it. What did I get? Oh, that's a 13.
13 is a miss, glancing off of its stony hide. Its Skymetal hide, even.
I think what she is going to do is she's gonna kind of. Wait, that's an action, isn't it? Yeah. Never mind. Brain doesn't work today. That's all she's gonna do.
All right.
Because she's not gonna try and get down there right now.
It is now Mayenda's turn. She raises a fist, her like gauntleted cybernetic fist to the sky. Hellion, bolster me! She yells out, and immediately the whirls in this like purple holographics as these figures begin to emerge, almost like emerging out of the walls, all around her, in a 15-foot radius around her. Draw a circle 15 feet, moved here, and attach to her. All right. These figures emerge from the walls and stand around her, fighting off you, Yrsimagor. These figures, they look like some horrible mixture of like demon and robot cybernetically infused with each other. Robots with demon horns and heads and fangs and claws and guns and saw blades attached to their arms as they attack you. You must make a wisdom saving throw against these spectral guardians.
13.
All right, you succeed. So you're going to take half damage. You're going to take 8 points of necrotic damage as they bite and rip and tear into you, leaving real wounds, despite them being not quite physical themselves. And then she is going to try to again draw that Inferno pistol at you, but being in close range, she has disadvantage. But you recklessly attack.
But I recklessly
so
attack.
It cancels out. So she gets a natural 20 on the Inferno pistol, blasting you straight in the chest, point blank range, with a technological firearm beyond your durability. So you are going to take a bunch of damage here. You're going to be taking 12 plus 14 points of fire damage, plus 9 points of psychic damage, and you catch on fire as this gaping hole, the fire like catches flame upon all of your bodily possessions as you're kind of blasted back. Your chest has like this singed almost crater in it. Your mind reels from the extra amount of the psychic damage you're taking from this, and you are on fire.
As it hits, I imagine it's almost like that sort of, she pulls the pistol and there's just a flash and just sort of that muffled, and you just see this look on Yrsimagor's face of almost confusion, like, and then he falls backwards, slumps to the ground, unconscious. That psychic damage took me down.
Seeing that you are now dispatched, she moves. And she moves to the other side to get a clear sight on Zaari and Veris. And as she moves, so do her spectral guardians move with her. Yrsimagor, you are on fire at the start of your turn. You'll take some fire damage, but because you are dying, that's automatically going to be a death fail.
Fantastic.
Roll for me a death save, please.
Never have I not needed there. Have I needed there to not be a 1 rolled? That is a 9.
That's another step closer to death. Veris, it is your turn.
Question, is it a bonus action to throw a healing potion into Yrsimagor's mouth?
It'd be an action to throw it.
Or to, like, put it in? If it's like because we have isn't it a house rule that it's a bonus action to quaff a healing potion?
It'd be a bonus action to it to administer it, yes. An action if you want to like lob the healing potion at Yrsimagor.
No. If I like,
Okay.
so if I dash,
Yeah,
I
move
can
dash.
administer the healing potion as a bonus action.
See, 13. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That's what Veris wants to do.
All right, you scuttle up to Yrsimagor's side. Give him a healing
There's the
potion.
size of a mouse now.
Veris, increasingly smaller,
Stuart Little.
shrinking as we speak. So 2d4 is 2. Okay. Oh my god! You gotta be kidding me. That's 4.
4 is better than none.
So that is your turn, Veris, using move bonus and standard action.
Yep.
Now the gargoyle's turn. Will again slash bite. Slash slam at you, Daeralei. It's going to be. Oh, I didn't roll anything above a 10, so it's going to be a 7, a 6, and a 13. 13 to hit.
Oh, thank goodness. That is the miracle
Oh.
we kind of needed. Misses. All those misses. Yay.
Gargoyle, like injured heavily by all your magical attacks, like lunges at you, and you're able to like backstep each time with the attacks, being able to dodge all of them. Daeralei, it's your turn.
Okay, I will attack back. 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Second one, oh, is a 10. So just
That's
one.
a miss. Yeah.
Okay, so lots of damage. Come on. 6 points.
Okay, that is resisted down to 3 damage.
I have one more healing potion in my backpack. Like, would I be able to quaff that myself with a bonus action?
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, then I am going to use that last one.
2d4 plus 2.
Sorry. 5. That's better than nothing.
All right, Zaari, it is your turn.
Oh, Zaari is not feeling great. I need to look at something really quick. Nope, I didn't think so. Okay. So with her action, I should say, she is going to use, since her lay on hands pool went up by 5, she is going to use those 5 on herself.
Okay.
Just to give her a little something. And then let's see. She is going to could she get, where's my pointer? Could she fit right here?
Yep.
Okay,
Absolutely.
cool. She will use her Misty Step
Mhm.
to just bloop and put herself right here as a bonus action.
All right, perfect.
And that's
It is now Mayenda's turn. She sees that Veris and Yrsimagor up here on the ledge. Yrsimagor rising to his feet. She's going to again cast a holographic projection, using her last spell slot of that level. Hypnotic pattern on the both of you, Veris and Yrsimagor. Wisdom saves from the both of you.
I'm gonna roll
20.
digitally.
Okay.
10.
Yrsimagor, you fail. You are going to be overcome with dazing patterns, holographic projections into your eyes themselves. You are charmed for the duration of her concentration. In addition to being charmed, you are incapacitated and have a speed of 0 as you are basically rendered unable to act until she breaks concentration. The spell end will the effects will end if you take any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake you awake out of your stupor. And with that, she is going to point her infernal pistol at you, Veris, seeing that you did not fall to the magical effect of it.
Hit me.
She shoots
I can
you.
take it.
She gets a 6 on the attack roll. It's a grazing shot way past you as it blasts the wall behind you. Oh, it does end her little aura thingy.
Oh.
As the spectral warriors vanish. And that is going to bring us to Yrsimagor. You are charmed and incapacitated. You cannot take any actions. Veris, it is your turn. Did we just lose him?
Just the camera appears.
Hmm.
Oh, M's in the waiting room, it says.
Oh no, Veris. Come on.
That's weird.
I don't know what I pressed, but it was the incorrect button.
There's now 2 of you here. I'm gonna kick the other one of you, and hopefully not
Yeah.
kick you completely.
Oh no. Don't kick me out.
I don't want to do that.
Wait, I could change my name.
Well, the fear is, yeah, if you change your name here. Okay, it didn't change that one because it says if I remove you, you will not be able to rejoin. Oh, I don't want to
It's
record
ominous.
it to Zoom. All right, there we go.
Okay.
A little tense
Uh,
there.
Veris, it is your turn as you
Sorry.
dodged aside.
Veris is going to try and is going to use his action to shake Yrsimagor out of his stupor, being like, no, you're not doing this again.
Okay, that is your action. As
Yeah.
Yrsimagor, you are broken free of this hypnotic charm as you gain your turn once more. Anything else with your turn, Veris?
No, he's all out of everything, so no.
Okay. Is now the gargoyle's turn. It's going to be a slash upon each of you with 2 claws and a whip of the tail upon Daeralei. So, Zaari, it's going to be a 10 to hit you.
Nope.
Daeralei, it's going to be a 17 to hit you with the claws and a 15 to hit you with the tail.
Both hit.
Okay, so it's going to be 12 from the claws, 7 from the tail, for a total of 19 damage.
Daeralei falls to the ground.
And Daeralei, it is your turn.
We're so good with the death saves tonight. I got a 7.
You inch closer to death. Zaari, it is your turn.
Okay. We need to like get this gargoyle down. So we're gonna hit it with the short sword again. And see if those hit, because if they do, we'll Divine Smite it. Oh, that's a 26.
That hits.
So we're gonna Divine Smite that one. So what's that? Ooh, I got a 6 on the die, so that's a 12. Just slashing damage, and then my 2 radiant for another 9.
9 more radiant.
Yeah.
The gargoyle remains standing after this savage blow. That was your first attack of
My
2.
first attack of 2.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if I'm gonna be able to hit. That's a 16.
That hits.
Yes. We won't do my Divine Smite on that one, so that's 8.
8 damage gets reduced down to 4, which is enough to plunge this short sword deep past the stony Skymetal hide that this creature is made of, down into the fleshy organs beneath. As you plummet the sword, describe to me what this is like.
I imagine that the first strike that she hits kind of brings open this wound across the chest, and I imagine even though she just healed herself, her HP is still pretty low, so I imagine that her vision is a little blurry, and it's just her taking this short sword, bringing it over her head, and letting out this, very much like Yrsimagor, and letting out this like scream or battle cry as she plunges this where like the collarbone would be, and she just brings this short sword down as hard as she can.
And with that, the gargoyle is defeated. Motionless upon that cracked holographic table down at the bottom of this area here. That was your action, Zaari. You still have a move and a bonus left. What would you like to do?
I don't have any potions. I don't think I can do anything else. I can't because that's it. Yeah, I really can't do anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, move.
Unless-
Movement.
I have movement, yes, but
Mhm.
if
see.
I
You're
stay
staying close
here,
to Daeralei. Yeah.
I can do something on my next turn.
Mm.
So yeah, she is gonna kind of stay and get down on her knees next to Daeralei.
Okay. It is now Mayenda's turn. She sees that the hypnotic pattern has been broken on the two of you. She tries to conjure forth more magic, but her spells are weaker now. She has given off her prayers that she can to her Lord Hellion. She is going to conjure. What can she do? Let's see. She points at you, Yrsimagor, with her holographic magic. Hellion demands your subjugation, and you need to make for me, Yrsimagor, a wisdom saving throw, as she casts Crown of Madness upon you.
Yeah, we're spending a relic for advantage on that. Alright. 20. That's either, oh my gosh, I rolled a nat 1 on the first one, so. Well, it's a good thing I used a domain relic, because instead of a nat 1, I got a 7.
7?
Yes.
Your
7.
mind gets overtaken with commands. A demonic voice, that of Hellion himself, booms in your mind. Kill, slaughter, maim, rip for me! Destroy them. Smash the rat. Rip the paladin. Butcher the dark elf. These are your commands. So you are charmed until she breaks her concentration. And while charmed this way, you must use your action to make a melee attack against a creature other than Mayenda that she chooses. You have your normal wits about you if there's no creature within your reach.
I think because this is a mental thing, I think Veris, you've shaken Yrsimagor from this initial stupor, and you see that fierce determination as I push up, stand to my feet, all out of rage. I reach back and pull the Skymetal longsword, and then my face turns towards you, Veris, as I repeat the words of Hellion. Slaughter the rat. And I'm going to make a sword attack against my rat friend.
Sorry, as a bonus action on Amanda's turn still. When it goes to your turn, you'll do that.
Oh, okay.
Amanda will shoot Veris as a bonus action with her pistol. Getting a 13 to hit?
Yep, that hits.
Okay, you get blasted with this plasma, taking 11 fire and 6 psychic for 17 total.
Maybe I won't need to slaughter the rat.
You ready to kill Veris, Yrsimagor?
I don't want to.
Okay, that is Amanda's turn. Yrsimagor, you've been commanded to slaughter the rat, which you must do.
I need to check something real quick. I always forget. Reckless attack is not dependent on... I'm sorry, but Yrsimagor always attacks recklessly, so I feel like he would attack recklessly in his command. Rolled an 11.
11 doesn't hit.
No, but I haven't added my bonus yet.
You rolled.
Plus 8 for the longsword. Makes that a 19. It's two-handed, so it's 1d10 plus 5. Oops. "13 points of slashing damage, magical."
Oh yeah, Veris is down.
I just take that sword, and after you've been hit with this command to slaughter the rat, I think I just take the sword and just zoom straight down. I hope nobody saw that.
Yrsimagor, you still have your normal movement to you, because there's like you're still able to kind of like somewhat resist your actions, but your hands are kind of moving of their own accord from the commands. But you have your normal movement you can do. But you are currently.
Do I have control of my movement?
You do have control of your movement, yes. But you are charmed by Mayenda, which means you cannot.
I can't attack her.
You can't hurt her in any way.
But I used half of my movement to stand up, which means I still have 20 feet of movement.
Yeah.
And I've already checked. She's exactly 20 feet away from me. I am going to move to her side.
Okay.
Because right now I don't see any other targets.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use my movement to stand at her side with my sword drawn and just waiting for the next target.
Yeah, she's like holding out her hand.
Oh, I get to make
force
a save
your
again,
mind
don't I?
to buckle, and you get a wisdom save at the end of your turn as she tries to maintain her hold over you.
That is a dirty 20.
As the magic breaks, you are your own once more. You now have full capacity now of your faculties. It is now Veris' turn. Roll me a death save, please.
18.
All right, that is one success. As you are able to abate death for a moment longer.
Of the
Daeralei.
of the 3 or 4 death saves that have been made so far, that's the only success that's been rolled.
Daeralei, it is your turn. Death save, please.
Ooh, tides are turning. I rolled a 12.
All right, one step towards success. Zaari, it is your turn.
Zaari is going to hover her hands over Daeralei before she very gently touches like her throat and then her stomach. And with this golden light, she is going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Ooh, all right, give me that roll.
So that's 12.
Daeralei pops back up with 12 hit points. Conscious. And it is now Mienda's turn. Seeing Yrsimagor... Oh, actually, sorry. Zaari, you still have your turn still. You used your action. You still have a move and a bonus left.
I think what she is going to do is she's going to look at Daeralei as she probably takes a breath. She's going to be like, okay, good. And she is going to use her movement to... So let's just say 10 feet here. And then another 25?
Yeah, so you can get in that doorway for the rest of
Yeah.
your movement.
Yeah, she's gonna go to move to the doorway.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yep, that's it.
It is now Mienda's turn. She sees that Yrsimagor is charging at her, and no longer does the crown of madness adorn your head of Hellion's domination. So she tries to break your mind with a 1st level spell of Dissonant Whispers. As you hear whispers again of Hellion's voice in your brain, your sister's voice, Veris's voice, of him whimpering at you, trying to of you slaughtering him. You are racked with guilt and pain and must make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
You succeed, so you take half damage. So you're going to be taking 4 points of psychic damage.
Resisting with everything I have, as once again she assaults my mind. I look her in the eyes and I just say, if not me, then they. And that's all I get out before I fall unconscious again.
She turns to you, Zaari, seeing that you stand in the doorway. She levels her pistol at you and fires.
Jeez.
She gets a 7 on the attack roll, scorching a hole in the doorway beside you, into the floor. Yrsimagor, roll me death save, please.
That's a 2.
One step closer to death. Veris, roll me a death save, please.
11.
One step closer to health. Daeralei, you're prone, but healed and conscious. What do you want to do?
I will use half my movement to get up from prone, and then we will go around the. I think at that point I can see where she is. Yeah, you know what? I'm not moving closer. I've got a good shot at her at this from this place, so I'm going to try to blast her. Oh! I got a nat 20 on the first Eldritch Blast.
All right, it's gonna be a critical hit.
So a critical hit is
Max damage.
max damage, and then roll once, right?
But then roll any damage dice.
Okay,
Yep.
so max damage is 24. And then we're going to roll 2d10. 2d10.
Oh my gosh.
24. Oh my god, I just rolled 2 10s. So that's 44 on the first Eldritch Blast.
Can you just okay, describe for this for me, please. As you blast her with this powerful shot of energy. 44. As I do the math of how many hit points she has left.
I think, it's fitting for this. I think Daeralei is also going to have that headache that happens because she has just released all of this power. So take 3 more psychic damage as well.
Okay.
And I will take 3 damage. 3 damage. Yeah. I think Daeralei is just like, seeing everybody were so hurt. Yrsimagor just fell again. Veris, I can't see Veris. The panic, the desperation is wild, and so all of this energy, I think her Daeralei's eyes go like the most absent they have ever been. Like there is nothing in her eyes at this moment. They are black hits of nothingness. And then all of this energy just shoots towards Mayenda from Daeralei. And then I have a second blast.
That was just your first one?
That was just my first one. Yeah. 24 to hit.
That hits.
For another.
Finish her.
Sorry, that is 13, another 13 points. I rolled
Okay.
that.
She is severely injured by this blasting of dark matter they project. As we move to Zaari, it is your turn.
Coolsies. Where'd my clicker go? Zaari is going to move up to her, and she's gonna keep her short sword out, and she is going to try and whack her. Hold on, no.
You cannot reach her from down there. She's 10 feet
Oh
up
yeah,
on
that's
the ledge.
right. She's 10 feet up on the ledge. That's
Did you want to throw your short sword?
Don't tempt me with a good time. God. Actually, what I am going to do is I just make sure it is something I can do. It is. She is going to use her channel divinity, and we are going to abjure enemy. So as an action, you choose one creature within 60 feet of you that you can see to make a wisdom saving throw, and it'd be a 15. Fiends and undead have disadvantage. On failure, that creature is frightened and its speed is reduced to 0, and it can't benefit from bonuses to speed for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. On success, the creature's speed is halved for 1 minute or until the creature takes any damage.
So it's a wisdom save.
Yes, 15.
She gets a total of 17, so she succeeds.
Okay. That's okay. And then let's see, bonus action. Yeah, no. Nothing I can do there. I have to wait to climb a ladder.
So as Kaeryn said in the chat, she overcalculated how much her Eldritch Blast did, accidentally doubling it twice, essentially. So she did not take 44, but would have been 24 from that hit. That was Zaari. Mayenda, it is Mayenda's turn.
It had to be more than 24 for the crit.
No, D&D Beyond, when I rolled the nat 20, doubled
Oh.
it. So then when I looked at the damage,
You're right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
thought that's what it was. So yeah, so one of the... Yeah, so 20 damage should not have happened.
I got you. So she's in better shape than we thought she was.
Mm-hmm. So she has... What can she do? She's running out of spell slots here.
You can die a horribly painful death.
No, she's gonna try and shoot you twice with her pistol, Zaari. It's gonna be 2 attacks against you from up here. That's gonna be a 6 to hit and a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Pew, pew. And she sees that you're trying to get up the ladder, and she's going to use her movement to go to the other side of the platform. As she does, so you're like backpedaling, pew, pew, firing 2 wide shots at you with her pistol. Yrsimagor, it is your turn.
That is a 17. So, yes.
And Veris, it is your turn.
Don't roll one. Don't roll one.
Well, Veris needs to roll a saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
13. So 3 successes.
That means you are back up.
Marked you wrong on that last one.
You are back up with 1 hit point, unconscious, Veris,
Hooray.
at the end of your turn. Daeralei, it is your turn.
Okay, seeing that she moved out of my sight, I saw her go that way. I'm going to step out around the corner and come up to where I can see her. And I'm going to try to blast her again twice.
Okay, give me those 2 attacks.
18 to hit
That hits,
and 13.
misses, so 1 hit.
Oh, and I rolled a 1 this time. So that's 5 points of force damage. Yeah, I think I'll continue. How much movement did I have used already? I think I have enough to just... I want to get around this corner.
Okay. And Zaari, it is your turn.
Cool. Zaari is going to use her movement to get up this ladder.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's 10 foot of movement to get up the ladder itself.
Yeah.
So you're about here, 10 feet, up the ladder to 20 feet, so you've got 10 feet of movement left.
Yep, 10 more feet, so I can get right here to Yrsimagor. I literally have nothing to...
I have a healing potion in my pouch that we made it a point that I
that's
put
right.
a healing potion in my pouch because I'm most likely to drop.
So can she go into that pouch and get it and then feed that to him as her bonus?
Yes.
I have been holding on to this healing potion since I went down the first time, waiting for a chance to use it.
Yes, I have it. So
Awesome.
That is what she does. So it's what, 2d4 plus 4?
2d4 plus 2.
2 plus 2. So let's see. It's not great. It's 5.
Yrsimagor, You gain 5 hit points and regain consciousness.
Excellent.
And is your turn, Zaari, right? Okay, it is Mayenda's turn. She sees that all of her foes are conscious once more. They cannot die. She takes 2 shots again with her Inferno pistol. One at Yrsimagor, one at Zaari. Zaari, you're going to have cover from this, so you get 2 more AC than normal.
Cool.
Yrsimagor, that is a 10 to hit you.
I'm prone.
Oh, so that's going to be...
Ranged weapons are... I forget if ranged weapons are
yeah,
disadvantage or advantage.
I can never remember.
It's disadvantage, right?
I believe so.
An attack roll against a creature has advantage if you're within 5 feet. Otherwise, it has disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay, so her 10 would be a smaller number. Actually, it wouldn't be. She rolled bad on the disadvantage. Okay, so 10 on the Yrsimagor. So actually, that means that Zaari would not get covered then if you're prone. 14 plus 4 is 18 to hit Zaari.
That would hit me.
So her Inferno Pistol does 6 fire and 6 psychic for 12 damage total.
That takes Zaari down again.
Hellions smite you all, she says, trying her best to try to dispatch you. She's looking bloody. She's bleeding from multiple wounds in her head. Her ears begin to bleed from her psychic assaults that she's trying to do to you all. She's gasping for breath. She's not looking too hot, but she's trying to make sure that you all die. Yrsimagor, you are prone but conscious. What do you want to do?
Bleeding profusely from multiple wounds, singed. I imagine just almost like a singed scar in the middle of my chest from that blaster. I am going to rise to my feet. The metallic sound of my Skymetal longsword dragging across as I stand up. And I take a couple staggering steps towards her. And then I rush, attacking recklessly with 2 hands. Twice with this longsword. That is a dirty 20 on the first hit.
It hits. Mm-hmm.
Either a 26 or a dirty 20. So 20 and a 26 to hit.
That is 2 hits.
That's going to be 12 points of slashing on the first hit.
Okay.
And only rolled a 1, so 6 points of slashing on the second one. And you know what? I forgot to do this on the other ones. Let me just double check what this note is, because there's a note on here that it does an additional plus 1d4 of slashing damage.
Yeah, each strike does additional 1d4.
And I wasn't adding that on previously, so I will do 2d4 additional.
Mm-hmm.
That's an additional 3 points of slashing damage. To be fair, I think I only swung the sword 1 time at Veris. And already took Veris down, so...
Alright. You've rushed up, slashing at her with your Skymetal longsword.
We will not fall to your hands.
She is on the brink of death. Veris, it is your turn.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Veris. Let's see. How much? So Veris is going to come up from behind. And okay. He's gonna take out his sword.
Sticker with the pointy end.
He's gonna try, I think. Yeah. He's gonna swing.
Right.
That's a 6.
You try to swing the sword.
Did we use flanking
He's
rules?
too tired.
No flanking rules.
Okay. I tried.
He's
That is
tired.
going to be a miss.
That's all he can do.
Daeralei, it is your turn.
Daeralei steps out from around the corner, and just as we blast, you're like, I think I want a better shot so that I'm not going to accidentally hit Yrsimagor. So we'll come up that way. As we yell, just die already! And that's an 11 to hit.
Okay, that's a miss.
Oh, and that's a 26 to hit. So
It hits.
for 6 points of force damage. I rolled a 2.
As you strike the final blow upon the Lord of Rust Mayenda, her body begins to short circuit. Her eyes roll back into her skull. The hues on her circuitry along her body shift colors from purple to red before settling on like a teal, like a sky blue. Her voice speaks out in a voice that seems to not belong to her. Please, help me. I am the Oracle Cassandali. My memories are trapped in here. You are all in grave danger. My designation is not this designation, she says, channeling this voice through her, before she collapses to the ground in a heap. And that is where we're going to be taking a break.
Give me a second. Bunch of buttons to push. All right, we'll be back in just a few moments. And we're back.
As she uttered those words, please help me. I am the Oracle Cassandali. My memories are trapped in here. You're in grave danger. My designation is not this designation. She collapses to the ground in a heap, breathing shallow breaths, but unconscious. You are victorious, the four of you, at slaying, or dispatching, at the very least, the Lord of Rust, Mayenda. You can feel now, up so close to it, this thrumming machine, this massive thing in the corner of this room. It is not ordained. It is ornamented with these strange spikes. There's almost this attachment. It feels like it's been like plugged into this machine. These bits right here. It hums with this purple fire inside this glass cage. You do not know how far up it goes. You gather your breath. Your adrenaline still flows through your veins as you catch your senses once more. What do you do?
I think as soon as that voice comes out of Mayenda's body before she collapses, Daeralei is sprinting almost in desperation towards where she lies and is yelling, "Don't kill her! Don't kill her!"
I'm probably standing right over top of her, literally about to cut her head off.
Yeah, so Daeralei is moving as fast as she can to get up there, yelling, "Don't kill her! Don't kill her!" So.
Zaari's still down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Veris is bounding his way over to Zaari to try and stabilize her.
Why should I not take her head?
Veris, you're able to stabilize her. Zaari, you're no longer dying, but you're going to be unconscious for this.
I need those memories. Yrsimagor, just hold your blade.
What memories? She's clearly corrupted.
The one called Cassandali. I must help her.
Who in the hell's is Cassandali? This is the Lord of Rust.
You may have the body once I am done with it. And Daeralei is hopefully pushing her, is covering the body with her own body to try to, and is desperately searching for something on this body, because there's like, my memories are trapped in here, looking for some sort of device, a thing, even going so far as like to shake maybe even the body, like, where are you?
Give me an investigation roll.
Well,
You do not find anything of this sort that you are looking for. You find many other technological objects in her possession. Devices. You've seen these things that she injects herself with, that she did in the middle of battle to heal her wounds. You find her pistol, but nothing of this particular sort.
so I think at this point Daeralei is just really stripping her of
Mhm.
everything. At this point, I'm not really looking at all the stuff. I'm stripping her of everything. If I can't wake her up, if I can't figure out this Cassandra, I'm pleading with Yrsimagor with my eyes to just, can't kill her yet. I need those memories. I need to save Cassandra, and if he'll let me, I want to bind Mayenda's hands, gag her so she can't speak any spells, that kind of thing.
Memories are in the head. Her head would be easier to carry.
But without the body alive, the memories may go, and I may never get them back.
I hope you know what you're doing. As I look over to where Veris is sitting with Zaari, I'm looking at my own wounds. What I'll do instead to take out my rage, if I can, is I'm going to stomp on this infernal pistol. I don't know if it'll break, but
Stomp on it, and unfortunately, it does not break. It is surprisingly durable, being it's made of Skymetal itself.
if it doesn't break, I'll pick it up and look at it.
Mm-hmm. This is an Inferno pistol. It has been engraved with magical runes that augment its abilities. So not only is this a technological item, it has been magically enhanced as well. It seems pretty simple to use. You saw Mayenda use it many times this fight. Point and click. It's a pistol. Shoots flames. This strange, like orange-yellow plasma. You can see the scorch marks all around the room. It even seemed to be hot enough to burn through and melt sections of the Skymetal hull that it shot.
I will leave Daeralei to finish binding up this body, and I will walk over to Veris. I sheathe my sword. I hope you know that I would never hurt you if I was in my right mind.
Oh, yes. I mean, I am quite aware of all of the ins and outs of mind magic. It's not my favorite thing ever, and it is certainly rather horrifying to be on the other end of it.
I don't like
But
it.
no harm done. He smiles.
Here.
But you can see Yrsimagor. He is not looking at you in the eye as he says this.
I just say, here. And I hold out the infernal pistol to you.
He takes the pistol and looks at it.
She used this to fire from afar. Maybe you can use it. Stay out of melee range. Let me handle that.
He takes it, and you can see he has never. Yeah, it's as big as Veris is.
Veris, who is now the size of a grasshopper.
of a thumbtack. um, no, he holds the gun, and you can see like it does not look right. Like he's holding it all wrong. But he nods to Yrsimagor.
I give kind of a eyebrow up. Are you going to be able to handle that?
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be any different from any other type of projectile device, and, I wielded a slingshot back in my youth, so this should be no different.
I just give a nod and a walk over to, I guess, step around to Zaari. Is she going to be all right? Did you fix her? Still talking to you, Veris.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I'm looking at Zaari, probably lightly touching her with the toe of my sandal. Is she going to be all right?
Oh, yes, well, I think we all need a break, a rest. This will all be here when we come back. It has been here for a long time. We need to get everyone out of here.
I agree.
These, you said there's some sort of like medical device that she had, like a needle or whatever, and she filled herself. Do the canisters have any like markings, writing on them, Adele?
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be filled with writing.
I noticed the writing. Can I read it now? I have Eyes of the Runes now, or whatever it's called.
You understand with perfect clarity what it is that is written on these canisters that she injected herself with.
I think it's almost shocking to Daeralei that all of a sudden she can now read these things, where she couldn't read it before. So you may or may not hear, you guys, you may not be paying attention, but Daeralei gasps when she has this recognition. What do the canisters say?
EpiPen.
So, it would be black designation hemochem for use with nanite hypogun. And then in brackets, grade I.
So even though you can read it, you still don't understand it.
Black designation for use with
nanite hypogun, grade I.
Hypogun, grade I.
Inject only subcutaneously. Avoid vascular tissue. If pain or swelling in the immediate area, please see a physician within the next 24 minutes.
Brand name Ozempic on the side of it? Or?
Yeah.
How many canisters does she have with that?
She used up one. So you see that she's an empty one plus 4 more.
Okay, and I'm going to put them with the same, like with the other canisters that we found. Did those canisters, because I had a gun with 4 metal canisters, did those have some worded?
Yes, those are the exact same, except they say brown designation instead of black designation.
Brown designation for use with nanite hypogun.
Do those look anything like the 3 red guns that I have?
They look nothing like the red guns that you have.
I still don't know what those are.
With the brown designation also great eye?
Yep.
Great
Mhm.
eye. Okay, so in my mind, I now have a what they call hypo gun, whatever that means, and I have
Yeah.
brown
So you
designations and black designation ones.
So yeah, you're able to kind of deduce that the device that held the canister is the nanite hypo gun, and it has canisters of hemochem with either brown or black designation.
Black designation of hemochem.
She had black designation hemochem, and you have already brown designation
designation
hemochem.
of hemochem. Okay.
Yeah.
So at least I have these. I did not see how she used it. So I don't know how to use it at this moment. But I'm going to put those all together. So that I have them in the same pouch. Because eventually I'll figure this out.
I think I was the only one in the room with her when she healed, but I don't know that I saw it because I can't remember if I was under the influence of something.
It was right after you smacked her a bunch.
Ah,
You went like smack. She just she reacted.
That's
Or
right.
she used a reaction to inject herself to heal up.
I
her hit
would,
points.
in that case, then seeing Daeralei fiddling around with these for a bit, I would mention that.
Okay.
She stuck herself with one of those after I gave her a good couple hits upside the head.
What happened to her?
She lasted longer.
Yeah, you would have seen like the wounds you dealt to her like knit close before your very eyes.
Okay.
It looked like it worked like our healing potions do.
Good to know. Awesome. Writing that down. While we're on that, what else does she have?
She has her +1 Inferno pistol. She has a Skymetal chain shirt that she wears. She has a spiked gauntlet that is actually like her forearm. You can just detach it and see that she has like this like cybernetic stump of an on her arm, like right below the elbow. So this like spiked gauntlet weapon can come off. She has a white access card, which you already have. And kind of look around, you can see that there's like a stash of goods that she has stashed away up in the north-hand corner here, where she has her bedroll. She has in her backpack some food, some spare clothes, a few water skins, blanket, etc., as well as having 11 silver discs and 62 gold pieces.
Okay, I'm writing that down. 11 silver discs. I'm sorry, and 62 gold, you said?
Yep.
62 and 11 silver discs. Okay. Do we think that we could sleep here, like with the food that she has and stuff? And we know there's like that chamber down below that we could look in that had beds or some sort of resting.
Yeah. There's rooms with beds up to the north. You can seal off the doors using your access cards. You absolutely can take a long rest down here. Up in this north room.
I would totally suggest that to them, if they're okay with that.
Absolutely.
Oh yes. Yep.
Right. You check out this this area, and you see that there's multiple chambers, each kind of blocked off by one of these little access doors. Most of them have just a room with beds in them. But the one in the far west hand left-hand side, the western one, instead of having beds in it, has more of those strange thrones with holes in them that attacked you with water last time you saw them in the floor below you in the elevator, as well as what seems to be a bathtub, which you know what those are in the far left part of the room. The beds are soft and utilitarian. Some of them are in much worse conditions than others. You imagine those are the ones that the orcs were sleeping in. There is like strewn about this like common like table area, all these wrappers and empty like gel tubes that remind you of all the gel tubes that you stashed away down from that lower floor as well. You can see where they came from. There is a storage unit on the south wall that has more of these, like just rows upon rows of these, more of these gel tubes. You remember, popping them open and trying them, and each of them having a different, unique flavor. But you are here, and what are you gonna do about Mianda in this place?
You're muted. You're muted,
Daeralei,
Kaeryn.
you're muted. Yeah.
Well then, gonna keep her tied up. And I think we're gonna have to guard her.
It's your responsibility. That said, whatever room you go into with her, I'm gonna grab one of these chairs and post up outside of that room, and I'm gonna take my rest outside of whatever room you go to with Amanda.
And Daeralei, since you are a dark elf, you can trance and still be gaining your rest while being fully aware of anything that happens
Oh, awesome.
with Mianda.
Perfect. That's perfect. I can guard her and rest. That's sweet.
Yeah, so you pick one of these rooms and
I kind of like this one. Oh, my little pointer thingy's not right. There we go. This one right here. Because she'll have to go if she does manage to get away from me, she'd have to go through pretty much everybody to get out. So.
All right, the four of you settle in for the long rest, giving you time to look over those technological discoveries you've made, to rest your wounds, get back your energies, your spells. And quite a ways.
Question.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. The chain shirt that she was wearing, is that medium armor?
It is. It is a Skymetal chain shirt. Yeah, it's like a chain shirt. Whatever a chain shirt is.
I'm definitely removing it from her body. She's stripped to just her.
Yeah, chain shirt's medium.
Okay, so I cannot wear it.
I don't wear armor. I don't think it'll fit anyway.
I would hand it to Zaari if Zaari wants it. I don't know if Zaari.
Zaari will take it when she's awake.
She's snoozing already.
She's
asleep.
She's dead to the world right now.
Perfect. Okay.
So as you go about your long rest, you get some semblance of rest. But during the middle of it, Daeralei, you see Mianda regain consciousness and begin to stir, struggling against her binds. And that is where we're going to end our session tonight.
That is one of the most epic combats we've had.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so good and so bad.
It was so good and so bad.
Man,
We didn't TPK.
we
Almost
certainly
though.
can't. Honestly,
You all
probably
can
the.
hit the long rest button. Yeah.
What's that?
You all can hit the long rest button.
Oh, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time. Get that. Yeah, that was an awesome session. I mentioned in our side chat that before that combat ended, I had to restart the action playlist because we had gone through every track in the action playlist. I need to add some more tracks to account for session long combats. Yeah, so thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. Thank you for the, of course, for the subs. I want to draw attention to, just because I think it's cool, and we did it for a couple other people last week. Dice on Ice resubscribing for 65 months. That's just wild. Wild that we've been streaming for longer than that. At this point, but yeah, that's like almost 5.5 years of subscription. So thank you for that. And for the clutch bits from Carrie and Tamiko that we definitely use, because we started this session out with 3 domain relics. We earned 3 domain relics, and we used 3 domain relics. So yeah, thank you for that. Thank you as I said, for everybody hanging out with us. We love seeing everybody in the chat. But if you're somebody that likes to lurk quietly in the background, or if you're watching with us on the VODs at a later time, thank you. And we appreciate you and hope you're enjoying everything. And of course, as always, the biggest thank you to everybody around this virtual table. Thank you to our amazing dungeon master who never pulls punches. We've said it before and I'll say it again. Vi runs some of the most intense and best combats in D&D, utilizing things that so many different tactics and never pulling punches. So it's awesome. We even took a poll and we all love it. We all love that it's that level of intensity. So thank you, Vi. Thank you, Kaeryn and Sara and Em. Without whom this just would have been Vi talking to herself for a couple hours. So with that, we're going to go ahead and end the stream the same way we end every stream. You say it with me if you want.
Not a TPK.